A new drug law is being proposed by Representative Steve Cohen, who's a Democrat of Tennessee. It's called the Unmuzzle the Drug Czar Act. And as you'll see here in a second, I love how tiny of a step forward this is, but we still have to pat ourselves on the back for it because we're so draconian and so stupid with our drug laws. So as of right now, the Office of National Drug Control Policy is prohibited by law from studying or lending support to the potential benefits of marijuana. But this bill, which was introduced in Congress this week, would change that by allowing the U.S. drug czar, who heads up the agency, to study the potential benefits of cannabis legalization. So, in other words, they're just now contemplating allowing our drug offices to contemplate weed. Think about how far behind public opinion that is, how far behind the actual science that is. I want to repeat that one more time. The Office of National Drug Control Policy is currently prohibited by law from studying or lending support to the potential benefits of marijuana. So that's the government saying, we are shutting out the possibility of fact that contradicts our already dogmatic beliefs. We're not going to allow you to study it. We're not going to allow you to learn about it. We're not going to allow you to exhaustively research it. We're going to say, just have blinders on. It's like, nah, weed bad, pot bad, marijuana sucks, yeah, blah, 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 blah. This is how fucking children run a government. Or apes. It's like we're just a country of apes that still haven't evolved. And we're like, make that weed bad, blah, blah. Don't study it, weed bad, can't support it, blah, blah, blah. What is this? What are we doing with ourselves here? God, it drives me crazy. And, reading the headlines on it was even more eye-opening. Because all the headlines were like, big move on weed progression in the country. Yeah, big move. You're allowing the top drug office in the United States of America to contemplate that maybe down the road there might be some little good things about marijuana, maybe. Oh, wow. Why don't they actually... Here's the thing. Have they ever heard of this thing called Google? You can look things up, and there has been some studies done worldwide on marijuana. There are certain treatments that, despite the law being against it, marijuana is used for certain things, whether it be cancer, with people feeling pain. It helps with the pain, but also it allows you to keep down your food, which it's hard to do when you're on chemotherapy and radiation. It's a hard thing to do. Marijuana is the life-saving drug for some people in that circumstance. There's a laundry list of things. I remember reading the list one time, and it was like 5 minutes into it, I'm still by the A's, and it's in alphabetical order. So come on, man, get with it. And you got to understand, like I always say when I bring this up, because I think this is an interesting caveat, I don't even like weed. I don't. Don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-drug. Everybody knows I'm not that on this show. But it's just not my drug of choice. Most of the times I smoked it, or at least half the times I smoked it, I was paranoid. That was my reaction. And in a small percentage of cases, some people get paranoid. Okay, but my personal experience isn't the same for everybody else. And in fact, I know I'm in the minority in that respect. And, you can't overdose from it. It's a recreational thing a lot of people love to do. And there are so many medicinal uses for it.